Yes. Good morning.
So, first of all, Vibha, good morning and thank you so much for accepting my request and making your presence here for this conversation and being with me here. I'm really delighted to be with you.
Yes, same here. Likewise, feeling is mutual. Even, maybe you remember or not, but I have been messaging you for so long. Like once you, I think, went somewhere, you were boarding the train or somewhat. I called you at that time also. You might not remember you were going somewhere. At that time also, I called you, but somehow we could not connect because you were just out of town. So yes, finally, we are glad that we are together.
Yes, yes. Actually, I don't have an elephant memory. So, in the terms of memorizing something, I'm very weak.
Okay. And I'm very
You
much
must have
particular.
dropped me a message. I cannot falsify this truth that you must have dropped me a message and you must have called me. But I don't remember if I honestly speaking. Sorry for that.
No, no, it's okay. According to the circumstances and being in a family,
Exactly.
and especially morning time is that kind of
Mhm.
time, then that you have to specially spare time for yourself. It becomes very much difficult. And especially if you are living in an extended family. So here, what is the situation
I
that
can
till
resonate
12?
with you.
Okay. So do you have
Yeah.
also joint family?
No, no, actually, I don't have joint family, but I can resonate with this thing that, as you said, that morning time is very hectic for everybody. So really, like in the morning time, we are not able to make, even few minutes for ourselves to do the things that makes us happy.
Yes, and
Because
especially
we
for
have to
this.
completely sacrifice our time for our family, for our kids.
Yes, yes. Because this is
Yeah.
the reason every time I have to tell everyone that whosoever wants to have session, so please tell me one day before so that I can spare time. Because if I come to know that I have to take session 1 or 2 hour before, it becomes next to impossible for me. Because everybody goes to work by 12 or 1. So by that time I'm totally packed. After 1 o'clock I can think, time for myself. Yes.
So
Yeah.
you are living in a joint family, right?
You can say like I have my in-laws, so I have to look after them. You can say yes. And my family
So it
members do
must be
not.
quite challenging for you to make time for yourself, to take session, to interact with the people, to maintain the consistency towards English journey because you must have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulder. If you have helping hand in that it case, it becomes easier. But if you don't have any helping hand, everything you have to manage with yourself only. In that case, it is really tough.
Yes, yes, that's what happened. That's why many times if I have to take sessions, especially in the morning, I'm very much confused. And especially I have to tell every time that do not disturb me at least for half an hour. And especially if your family members do not have some particular time to go to work. Because I live in a business family, so they do not have any specific time to go. So that's what some make my
To
life
go out.
challenging.
Yes, yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
Like everybody has different time to go out.
Yes, yes, yes. This is the reason. Our
Oh
kitchen,
my
like
God.
whole day, it is open. Like, we cannot wind up our kitchen. There is no
So
particular
you
time
might
for
have cooked,
breakfast.
like you might have cooked many times in a day. There is
Yes,
no
yes,
fixed
yes.
time that in the morning
It,
time
yes,
only once you are cooking. No, it is not like that.
it keeps on happening.
Oh my God. Hmm.
And we all are, you can say foodie also. We cannot stick to only dal, chapati, vegetable, because we all are very much fond of having variety of food. So, once you
So
get into
how
some
do you
kind of
put up with
habit.
all these things? Like all the time, your kitchen must be very messy because all the time you keep on cooking something or the other as per your family's preferences.
Yes, yes, yes. It happens, ma'am. We have to manage, and now I'm used to it. But somewhere sometimes it feels difficult, and sometimes you feel like that you need more time for yourself. But I have no complaints. Even I'm enjoying that time also.
Mhm.
So and especially if like now
And
I'm
because
you
now
can
you are habitual of doing all the things, now it has become a part of your day now. It
yes,
doesn't
yes,
make
yes.
you feel that you are overwhelmed with too much work.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you
Hmm.
can say. Now I enjoy doing those things also because those things have become part of my life and I like doing everything. And someday if I get too much time for myself, then also I wonder like what come I have got so much time for myself. So I think everything feels good. It happens sometimes when you are under the weather
Mhm.
and you feel more time for yourself. It just happens sometimes. Else, everything is hunky dory. I think I don't have any kind of issues. You tell me, ma'am, something about you because
Okay,
we are meeting
so
first time.
yeah, so Vibha, for the very first time, we are interacting with each other. So I don't know anything about you except your name, and I just know that you are a YouTuber.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So
It's
I
my
would like
pleasure.
you to introduce yourself in a brief.
Thank
Mhm.
you. My name is Vibha. I'm born and brought up in Delhi, but for the past 3 years, I have been living in Faridabad. It's in Haryana. I have done nursery teacher training and B.Ed, and simultaneously I did job also for a few years. But after that, just in a bit to raise my twin daughters and to struggle my health issues, I had to quit job for I think a few years. And for the past 8 to 9 years, I'm at home. And being at home now, I'm running my YouTube channel by the name of Vibrant English Learning, where as a learner, I think it's been 2 years, and as a learner, I think I have gained a lot of knowledge regarding this language. And along with this language, I have been improving myself day by day, whether in terms of experience or exposure. Whenever you meet with number of people, you get to know their experiences, you
Mhm.
get to know their life, their custom, tradition, and this way I think you freshen yourself up, because somewhere being at home for so many years, you just confine yourself in a particular shell. So that's what I have been breaking
For
now.
the walls of
And
the house, yes, yes.
yes,
Mhm.
and
That's
this way
really
I think I'm
good that
enjoying.
you are making the most of your free time. Like you are being at home, like for last 8 to 9 years, as you mentioned. So it's really good that you are doing something at least for the things for your future in order that you can bright and shine your future. And you are doing the things that make you happy, that makes you feel happy inside. So that's really good. And I just want to know one thing that how long have you been into English journey? For last 8 to 9 years?
No, 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 no. Actually, I was talking with my kids on and
Okay.
off because it was my passion since my teaching days. But that was not giving
Mhm.
me confidence, because whenever I used to go out and talk to real people, then I would always get stuck. Whether you can say if I go to their PTM and would randomly talk to anyone, then I would always get stuck. I was only comfortable talking with my kids. So somewhere I was feeling that now I'm not up to the mark if I cannot, converse with anyone with so much of
Mhm.
confidence. But after coming into this journey, I feel like I have gained a lot of confidence and I can speak well. Because in school, if you are working as a teacher, so somewhere you feel like that with parents, teacher, it is mandatory. Whether you take the smallest school, it is mandatory that you have to converse. So I think from those days, it was my
Exactly,
passion.
that's true.
But I didn't
But it is
get
not
chance.
compulsion, I think, for a parents to talk in English because all the parents don't know about this language. So I have seen majority of the parents in the school talking in Hindi language. It's not your compulsion that you have to talk to them in English only. The parents who knows about English language can speak in English, but the parents who don't know about English language, they only speak in their native language. But yes,
What?
actually, if you know, so definitely you should make the most of your language. You
Mm,
should show yourself that yes, you have that quality, you are a brilliant person. You should show yourself in front of the people.
yes. And what if any parent come up and he's very proficient in this language and he just start communicating with you in this language? Then as a teacher, you cannot come up with your native language. That has happened with me, and that is the kind of very weird moment. Like as a teacher, you are unable to tell the progress about their child progress. So sometimes, that feeling came, and at that time, I thought that you must be at least that much well versed in this language so that you are able to, communicate
Mhm.
whatever you want to say. So that's how I think you should be able to speak manageable English. So that those days,
Exactly.
I thought that you need to be, at least that much proficient in this language.
But I would say one thing that a person who is proficient at speaking over the voice call doesn't mean that would be proficient to talk to people in real life. There is enormous difference between these two things, right? Because I have observed it many times. Last year I visited my kids' school where I was just thinking to get my kids enrolled in that school. It was English medium school, and at that time I was at my in-laws' place. So that was my first time when I visited in English medium school and talked to someone in English language. I was just trying to speak in English, but I found myself unable to express myself in English language. Though she was speaking very basic English, very normal English, like everybody could understand. But I was understanding everything, but I was struggling with speaking while expressing myself. So that time I realized that yes, and now this is the high time to learn something, to learn this language and to do something for myself, because now I cannot, I cannot bear with this situation where I am not able to speak in English and where I'm not able to express myself in English, because it is a requirement of everybody when you visit in any school, and when you get your kids enrolled in English medium school, you have to talk to them, talk to their teacher in English language. And most of the things are there that you have to face. Suppose you don't know anything about the English language, and if your kids teacher are talking to you in English language, you would not be able to understand. You would definitely be ashamed of yourself that, oh my God, I couldn't even understand, and they are speaking. So that was a moment for me that pushed me to learn this language.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hmm.
I think you are
Yeah,
very much
so there I
right.
started, and yesterday, for the very first time, I called my younger son's teacher and talking to her in English language for the very first time. I talked for hours, complete for 1 hour. I had a conversation with her. I was just, talking about the vacancy, if there is any vacancy in a school, so I could try for getting a job in a school. It would be better for me because I will get the environment and I will have more opportunities to improve myself. Right. So I was just talking about that matter, and she told me that you are eligible for this. You have good communication, good command over even grammar. But for that, there are some tests that you must clear, like CTET and TGT, that I did not clear, so I cannot apply now. But yes, at least I think that I can be an English teacher. I can conduct the session online if I'm not able to go for any teaching job in any school or institute. So at least I can teach online.
Yes, I think you have good command. Yes, you are right. And it's not necessary that you can make your career in school as a teacher. There are so many online platforms, online, offline. And if you have especially good command, you can try your luck anywhere. Today, I think, there are so many apps, so many
Exactly.
online platforms through which you can, today, in my times when I was doing job, there were no facilities, there were no exposure, so much exposure of social media. So at that time, I could say that, and it's been 7 to 8 years. Now, if I'll have to go for any job, I will be considered as a fresher because, 8 to 9 year gap is a very long gap.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Exactly.
think, yes, I went there and
Mm-hmm.
I cracked some interviews also, but I was not very much, comfortable doing job as a fresher because I have reached to that
Mm-hmm.
position where I will take 3 to 4 years more to build my career. And I seriously do not think that I
Mm-hmm.
will be able to give myself that time. So apart from doing offline job in schools, I think there are many criteria through which you can, after improving yourself, you can go through and you can try your luck. And in your case, I think you have very
Exactly.
good command over English, and I think you should have started so long before. Have you not started any online teaching?
Yes. Yes, I should have started, but actually, as I started my journey from scratch, I did not have any idea 2 years ago about even the ABC of English language. I started my journey from scratch, so I lacked confidence actually. I was not confident at all. So, like with a great difficulty, I made up my mindset that yes, now this is the high time to start teaching. Otherwise, if I don't start now, I won't be able to start, I will never be able to start in my future. So I just made up my mindset. Somebody forced me actually, right? Somebody forced me to start teaching because somebody told me that you have a good command over English language and now you should start. If you really want to improve yourself and if you really want to reach at that level where exactly you want to reach, so you should start teaching. So that time I made up my mindset and I thought that yes, now this is the high time. And now this is the time where I need to come out of my comfort zone, because earlier I just thought that I have to live in my comfort zone only. But somehow I came out of my comfort zone and started teaching. And now I can feel confident and more comfortable with teaching. And even along with teaching, I'm learning so many things. Not only I'm improving my English, but also I have, improved my confidence level to great extent and pronunciation and many more things. So that's good.
Yes, yes, yes. I feel like,
Actually, I did not have knowledge about English like 2 years ago. That was true that I learned all the grammar rules in my school days. But still, I was struggling with framing sentences. I did not know how to frame sentences. Even the sentences are spoken in our daily life. I did not know about that. But you had knowledge. That is why you started, speaking with your kids. In that case, like in your case, the things were completely different. And in my case, things were completely different.
Yes, you can say I got benefit of this, that I was connected somewhere with my teaching subjects also. I was teaching them also, and somewhere I was, they were helping me because they were the one with whom, if you're talking to your children, you do not have fear of judgment. So from there, I think I started building my confidence. But the main problem was with me that I was facing my health issues for so many years. So I think somewhere I was
Oh.
somewhere I was dealing with my, on one side my health issues, on other side how to manage my YouTube channel, because I opened my YouTube channel, but how to run it with so much of consistency, that was a biggest hurdle for me. Because I was able to spare time somehow for myself, because now my children are 13 plus, and when I opened my channel, they had already grown up, means they were able to understand me and my problem. But still I started my channel with my eyes closed, because I used to have medicines, and it was getting very much difficult. But yes, I think if you are seriously dedicated to do something, I think you reach to a position. I was very much inclined towards speaking good, and that's what I feel like today. I somewhere I feel that with confidence I can speak with everyone, which was not at all there 3 months before. Even I used to have hesitation, but I feel like with continuous practice. So I think it's all about your dedication. If you're really dedicated to achieve something, then automatically door gets started open for you, and that's what happened in my case. Still I am recovering from my health, you can say I'm not totally fine, but I'm very much determined that I have to speak come rain or shine, and that's what taking me forward every day. But yes, I need to struggle every day, because many times I go down with my health issues, and the day comes when I have to converse with people, and at the same time I have to edit also. Then it becomes a challenging task for me, but it's okay, I'm enjoying
Yes,
that
yes.
phase also.
Actually, once you start doing something in your life, now it becomes your responsibility that you have to do that thing at anyhow, no matter how you are feeling and how hectic your day is. But you have to maintain the consistency towards that thing if you want to achieve something. And as you said that you are a dedicated person, so your dedication is showing in your speaking that how much dedicated you are. And you are dedicated that only your dedication has taken you to this level where you can speak English with anyone like confidently, fluently, and effortlessly. So it's really good. And I don't think so that you have any kind of fear and hesitation inside, as you mentioned that 3 months ago you had hesitation, right, of interacting with the people. But now you seem very confident. You seem to be very confident, really. So
Thank
how
you.
did you gain that confidence? By interacting with the people only, or there is some other reason?
No, by interacting with people and by practicing with myself only. Because every time I used to think, while sitting on chair and conversing
Oh,
with someone, I used to think now I should not have any kind of fear, but automatically that tingling sensation would start into my stomach. Instead of thinking, in spite thinking so many times that now I'm fearless, I don't have to think so much. But it naturally started happening, and I was unable to control over it. But I think it's all the impact of continuous practice and side by side practicing with myself. I used to tell incident,
yes,
whatever
yes, yes.
happened in my, whenever I went to my children's school, whatever I talked with teachers over there, or if my children would narrate any incident, what happened to their school, means I used to speak to myself, or any story which I have seen on TV, I used to narrate with myself, or talking to Chat GPT. I feel like along with practicing
Like
at
you
home
talk
with
in different
myself.
way. You practice in different way.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, yes. So that
You
I
practice in different
can
way,
get,
like you.
yes, so that I can get over that
Mhm.
hesitation.
So means your fluency is not the result of some magic trick. It's a result of your efforts, your dedication, and the consistency that you maintained over time,
Yes, yes. Yes, you
right?
can say.
And you
Yes.
practice in different ways, like you narrate a story, you tell a story to your children, and like you practice with Chat GPT, you interact with the people, you talk to yourself. So many things that you are doing.
Yes,
That
because
is the reason that you have this much fluency.
Yes, because I was feeling that, being in spite of talking with my children for so many days, still
Mhm.
I was not able to talk on I was not able to talk to anyone, on phone if any insurance agent or any bank agent called me. So I would get stuck. So I used to think that, it is not working for me. So I should try myself in different ways. That was the reason. Then it came up to my mind that I have to talk on audio call also, on video conversation also, outside also.
Mhm.
So that's where I think I was able to overcome my hesitation and nervousness. Because somewhere I was feeling like if I'm good at
So,
grammar, so I can definitely, speak well in English. But somewhere I was wrong. When I
mhm.
tried myself, I found that yes, I need to do so hard work, so much of hard work. And yes, after coming into this journey, I got means my way how to improve myself. I just
So whenever you visit somewhere in any school, in bank, at airports, always you talk to people in English only, or like you just use your native language.
I used to
So which
try.
language do you talk in?
Yes, I used to try
Okay.
many times. Yes, I used to try, but many times, I would feel that, I'm failing somewhere. I'm not able to come up with whatever I wanted to say because I was not getting
And what
satisfied.
about now? Yes, yes. I'm
Yes,
talking about now, like whenever you visit anywhere in any school, in bank or somewhere else. So always you talk in English language or you talk in your Hindi, like in English or in your native language.
not at all. I don't leave any chance wherever I get chance to, prove myself, to try myself, whether I'm able to now, am I that much capable, able to now speak in this language or not?
Mm-hmm.
If not, then what the problem that occurred at that time?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, I do not leave any chance. How would I come to know if I leave that chance? And I do not have that any kind of fear like I used to have earlier. I think that was the major
Yeah,
problem.
even I have observed this that when I talk to people in my real life, so I can talk confidently without getting stuck or without finding any kind of difficulty. So I feel very proud of myself that not only over the voice call I can talk confidently, but also in my real life, if I have to face a such situation where I have to talk to people in English language, so definitely I can confidently without having a hard time. So it makes me feel very proud of myself and it makes me feel really happy.
Yes, and the way you are like the way with so much of confidence and in a well-spoken way are you now. So how have you improved? Like in 2 years, you were saying that you were not touch with this language and grammar. You also studied in your school days. So how come this improvement happened?
Actually, I was quite adamant 2 years ago when I started my journey. At that time, I was quite adamant about learning English that I have to. There was only one thing in my mind that I have to learn English no matter what happens, and no matter how many hard work it is required for learning this language. But I'm ready for that. So I just made up my mindset with this because during my school days, it was my dream to learn English, but somehow I couldn't learn because of not having any conducive environment and any kind of guidance. But when I became a mother and I started teaching my kids, so that time I realized when for the very first time I told you na, that I visited an English medium school and I where I found myself unable to express myself in English language. So that time I realized that yes, now this is the time when I need to work on myself, not only for my self growth but also for my kids, in order that I can help them shine and bright their future. I can help them under their book. So they, like a lot of things were there in my mind. So I was completely like adamant at that time, and I started my journey with full enthusiasm and with full fascination. Right. So in these 2 years, I have put a lot of efforts, and it's the result of my efforts, my dedication, and the consistency that I have maintained over time. So it's all about my efforts.
Yes, that's commendable. And
Yes.
like, like you, many people try to work hard on, to speak good, but somehow they are not able to speak well. So what are the strategies did you adopt in 2 years?
As you told that you have inculcated or cooperated the habit of self-talking, the same I did, after 6 months, like after knowing about all the basics of grammar, when I realized that, yes, now I'm able to speak in English, now I'm able to frame sentences. So I started with the simple sentences. When I found that there is no environment where I can people listen to and talk to in English language. So at that time, I thought that why don't I create environment for myself? Why don't I integrate the habit of self-talking? It would definitely help me for improving my English. So that time, this idea came to my mind. So I inculcated the habit of self-talking. I started describing all small things were happening around me. I have a garden in my home, so I started describing all the things that I was surrounded by. So this is the way I started talking to myself, and gradually I started interacting with the people as I downloaded two applications in my cell phone. At that time, I was not aware about any WhatsApp community and all. These days, a lot of WhatsApp groups are there with which I have been associated for a long time. But at that time, I was not aware about WhatsApp community. So I downloaded two applications. First was Ace Fluency and the second was MyShibi applications. So there I started interacting with the people. Initially, I was not able to interact with the people, talk to them in English language. I always found myself, unable to express myself as I was introvert person. I always felt shy of speaking in English in front of the people. So I automatically hanged up after 1 and 2 minutes when I found myself unable to speak in English. So I always, disconnected the call without saying anything. But yes, I did not give up. Like I did not skip my consistency. I simply practiced every single day and I never skipped my practice. So this was something that I did at that time. And now I am interacting with the people on my daily basis. I'm facing camera, I'm creating video every single day, as you already know. Like I'm a YouTuber, so every day I have to create my video. I have to post something or the other on my channel. So this it has become my responsibility now. Everything I'm doing just because of my passion, because I'm passionate about all these. And I think that now it has become a part of my day. At anyhow, I have to post at least one video to my channel. So this is something that always makes me more courageous and more enthusiastic to do more. Yes.
That sounds great. You are a true and perfect example of someone, if someone does hard work, no matter, and the person definitely reaches to his goal. It's all about our hard work, how much, we are striving to achieve our goal. You are the perfect example of it. It's all about how much we are determined to accomplish our goal. And today you have shown
Yes,
that.
yes, yes, yes,
Yes,
exactly.
the kind with which, you are speaking, that is commendable. So I have seen your few videos, but after that I didn't get chance because I think 2 months before I contacted with you through your number. But yes, I have seen your
Mm-hmm.
videos, and there I think many of us get so much of inspiration that how you improved yourself within 2 years to that great extent. So yes, congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. And recently I have created my video yesterday only. Yesterday morning, I created my video about the topic that English can be learnt at home without spending even a single penny on expensive online offline classes. So I just want to know that up to how much extent is this true for you? Is this true or not? Or is
Yes,
it
that
really important to spend money on expensive classes to upgrade yourself and to learn any language, or just any language can be learned while sitting at home?
Yes, I think if it is a language, English language, because we have been connected with this language as a subject, in our since our school days. If we
Mhm.
are talking about especially English
Mhm.
language, so definitely everyone is aware about grammar part. We cannot say that we are not aware about ABC and grammar. Everyone has studied up to 12th class. So yes, if
Mhm.
anyone is dedicated, they can learn easily because we have been associated with this language for so long. So I think
Mhm.
living at home, we can easily learn this language without taking any classes. It's up to our hard work, how much passionate we are to learn this language. And in today's era, we cannot give any kind of excuse that, we cannot learn anything. In today's time is like that time, there are so many apps, so many, now WhatsApp groups have also been started where you can,
Mhm.
utilize your time to upgrade yourself, to upgrade your hidden talent or skill, whatever you want to achieve. Because I can very well resonate this time with older time because I have lived those times also. If I would have any kind of problem, I had no one to tell. I had only a dictionary to look into it, or, or my father or my teachers. Apart from that, we had no one to answer about, our queries related to English. But in today's time, on your fingertips, any query can be solved. So I think in today's time, it is very
Mm-hmm.
easy. It's up to your dedication, how much you are obsessed with any language. So I think it's very easy. You can easily attain your goal if you are very much focused and concentrated towards whatever you want to achieve.
Yes, yes. So all in all, it is all up to you that how much dedicated you are and how much hardworking you are. It's
Yes,
depend on person to person.
yes, yes, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah,
that's true.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
do you have anything in your mind that you want to ask?
Yes, today I think, after meeting with you, I have learned, like, this is the reason I was telling you that after meeting a number of people, you get a lot of experiences. Like today, I have come to know about your
Yes, yes.
journey that just within 2 years, you have gained a lot of confidence, and it's not about confidence. You are speaking with so much of fluency, you can say, and you are a live and perfect example for anyone who wants to attain the fluency in this language. So anybody can get inspiration from you, whosoever is afraid to learn this language and to speak.
Oh my God.
So yes,
Yeah.
yes, and because
By saying
watching your
all this, you
videos was
really
some.
made my day. It really means a lot to me.
Yes, yes, because
You are
watching
speaking
your
highly of me.
videos. Yes, because watching your
Yeah.
videos was something different, and while communicating with you is a different kind of experience. Like I am learning so many things from you. Like how can I speak? Like many times people used to say that while speaking English, is it necessary that we can be considered fluent only if we speak fast? So many times I used to hear people saying that. If you are speaking fast, so
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean that you are fluent speakers. If you are giving pauses, so you are giving time to your mind to process and think. But I think you have proved that concept also wrong, because you are speaking with so much of fluency without giving any pause, without doing any kind of mistake. So you have changed the concept.
Oh
Whatever we
my God.
used to think, we
Actually, I
used to
really don't
hear.
like it. You know, the way I speak, I really don't like it. If I'm honestly speaking, I have heard so many people saying that, ma'am, you speak rapidly. And sometimes I have got this comment from people that, ma'am, you speak like a Stabdi Express. You don't take even a pause after the ending of the sentence. But I feel that it's not good. If you don't take pause after the ending of the sentence, it doesn't sound good and natural. At least you should take a little pause, a short pause after the ending of the sentence. You should think before speaking that what you are speaking, right? But I don't know why I'm not able to develop this habit. I have been trying for so long to develop this habit of speaking slow, but I don't know why I'm unable to find myself speaking slow. I don't know. Maybe it is in my behavior to speak like that. That is why I'm not able to do that. But that's okay. I'm comfortable with this. No matter others are comfortable with me or not, but I am comfortable. That matters to me.
Yes, we normally say this because we
And I
are many
think,
times.
mhm. Like when I express myself, when I convey my message to other person, I think this is comprehensible to other person. Nobody can say that we are not able to understand what you are saying. And if my messages are understandable or comprehensible to other person, that's sufficient enough for me.
Yes, that's what I am about to say, that you are easily understandable. What are you trying to say? We always say to other people
Mhm.
so that, they
Mhm.
do not need to struggle to speak basic sentences, so that they
Mhm.
don't make any
Mhm.
mistake and they speak confidently. And initially in a learning phase, that's why it is said that you give pauses so that you don't get that fear and you don't get nervous and don't stop what to speak ahead. That's why we used to say this. And many less people are there, few people are there who are able to manage, to speak so fluently. And especially when you are able to express yourself without like, you
Mhm.
are very much clear in your thoughts, whatever you want to say, and it is your each every word pronounced by you is very much clear, whether you say your pitch or pace is appropriate. So I think it doesn't matter whether you are giving pauses or not. Everything is, I think, properly. You have managed everything properly. The way you are speaking is amazing, wonderful, and keep doing like this. Other people will definitely get inspired from your, the way you are speaking.
And I'm really, honestly speaking, I'm really infatuated with the way you are speaking and expressing yourself. Here, you are very, very fluent. And I found you speaking very fluently, confidently, and effortlessly during this conversation. Earlier I was really thinking that whether should I connect with this person or not, because I found you speaking so fluently. You also don't get stuck anywhere. You also don't have any hard time while speaking, while conveying yourself in front of other person. So that's good. But yes, after connecting with you, I can say that I felt very comfortable with you and I felt very confident with you.
Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot, and thanks for making my
Yeah.
day as well, because today I'm going to learn a lot from you and I'll definitely try to improve myself the way you are trying improving yourself. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, you too, for connecting with me. And it was really nice experience with you. I hope to
Yes.
meet you again in near future.
Yes, sure, sure. Why not? It would be my pleasure. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yes, yes.